Hey, it's Sandy Freshy. Happy February. As you know, February is the month of love because Valentine's Day falls right in the middle of the month. So this video is just a quick little thing that I want to share with you about how we look at love and self-love in particular in the human design chart. I did a little survey a little while back on my Facebook page asking you all about love and what was your primary concern, relationships or self-love. And most of you said self-love. And most of you acknowledge that without self-love, it's impossible or very hard to have a good love relationship. So that's why I want to talk to you a little bit about that today and show you where self-love or the issues of love show up in the human design chart. So this is a human design chart. And if you don't have yours, you can go to my website and find out how you can get your specific human design chart. But for the purposes of just showing you or giving you an overview about a love and human design, this chart and another one that I have that I'll share in a minute will do just fine. So when we're looking at the issues of love or lovability, we are looking primarily at this center right here, which is known as the G center. It's the center for love, direction, and identity. So when you have a G center that is not colored in or is undefined or open, when it's white, it's undefined or open, you will typically struggle with the ins and outs of love. Like literally, love comes in and it goes out, and it comes in and it goes out. And when it's in, when people are sending you that vibration of love, it fills you up because you're taking it in and experiencing it in an amplified way. And then when it goes, it it can leave this big void in your heart. But what this undefined center really means is that you are designed to be open to love. And even though love is elusive at times, it's not a personal thing. And ultimately, when you make peace with the fact that love comes, love goes, and you find within yourself that deep sense of love for yourself, then you can begin to cultivate the true potential of this center, which is to be wise about how the energy of love is to be used and dealt with. A lot of people think that only people with an undefined G center struggle with issues of self-love. And in my experience, that's not necessarily the case. If you have a center that is defined, like in this chart, you also can have the potential to struggle with the level of love that you give to yourself. You show up as who you are, because remember, this is a center for love, identity, and direction. You have more or less a fixed direction as you're moving through life, and you radiate love consistently into the world. But that doesn't mean that you don't struggle with your own sense of love and acceptance, especially if you have one of these channels that goes to the throat. Because what that means, and you can just look at this mechanically, is that your sense of self is right out there for everyone to experience and for you to express directly. That can make you very vulnerable to other people's criticisms, to feeling like you're kind of out there and exposed. So if you have a defined G center and you struggle with self-love, what you're probably struggling with is this sense of not feeling like it's okay for you to show up as who you are. It's not okay for you to shine your light, so to speak, so that people see you for who you are. And the truth is, people are seeing you for who you are anyway. And they may feel that something's off with you if you're trying to hide on some level from them or trying to fit in with them when you're really not designed to do so. So whether or not you have a defined G center or an undefined G center, this is a place where you can potentially get deeply wounded, like almost down to your soul. So if you're struggling with that sense of lovability, or you're afraid to shine your light, or you're afraid to be who you are, be gentle with yourself. Learn how to honor yourself by following your innate strategy for meeting with life's challenges and opportunities, and by really learning how to trust how you're designed to make your decisions. And on top of that, take this information in about how you deal with love, or how you show up in the themes of love. And take some time to reflect on where you may have been wounded deep in your heart or deep in your soul, because now is the time to begin to heal that. When you heal those wounds in your heart and you begin to reset and realign your whole energy system, we're just looking at the G center today, but when you begin to realign and get onto your chart, literally, where your wiring is and how you consistently show up, and you let go of the things that don't serve you, that you've been taking in and internalizing, then you can really bring yourself up to that higher level, that higher experience of love that you can have inside and share with others. So I'm curious about how you experience love in your life. Like, if you've had a chance to look at your chart and you know that you have a defined G center or an undefined G center, I'm just curious about where you struggle, or how these themes of love and lovability play out in your own life. So if you want, you can leave a comment at the bottom of the page, and I really honor and appreciate your willingness to be vulnerable and share.